Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another top 5 guide here on Borderlands the pre-sequel. This is the series where I pick a relevant category within the pre-sequel and then bring you guys a top 5 list of things to do with that category. So today we're going to be carrying on the top 5 guides by covering the top 5 best legendary Oz kits, or O2 kits as they're also known. So I've done all the grenades, the shields, everything now, loads of different top weapon guides, stuff like that. So it's time to cover the best 5 legendary O2 kits in the game. So without further ado, let's get on with the list. So starting off at number 5 then, I have chosen this guy, the support relay Oz kit, which has a decent amount of O2 capacity. It increases the O2 capacity by 25 and reduces the O2 consumption rate by 20% for each player equipped with a support relay. Now this is good in a way because obviously consumption reduction is good because it means you can survive longer without having to go and top up on O2 when you're not in an enclosed environment, but it's also the fact that if there's 4 of you all with one of these equipped, that's 80% better O2 consumption rate. So if you play with a team, very good O2 kit to have. Unfortunately, if you play solo, it doesn't benefit you too much. And increase of 25 is not amazing. One boost, full boost, will get you well past that, so it doesn't help too much. Still very good though. The increased gun damage for each unit of O2 you have as well is very good. If you can stay, topped up or in a vacuumed environment like this, your gun damage will be a lot better than when you're running around somewhere like Virago Solitudes per se. But yeah, anyway, a few advantages and disadvantages to using this, so that's why it's at number 5. Moving on then to number 4, I have decided to choose this guy right here, not the Eddy, it's actually the Ak. So this thing has a few little perks and bonuses to it as well. It increases the fire rate and reload speed for a few seconds each time you shoot an airborne target. So there are a few places in the world where targets will fly. This is one of them, as you can see. There you go, right here in Pittis Fall. So yeah, if you've got airborne targets, get this on. You'll get increased fire rate and reload speed. It just helps you shoot them really, because they're a bit tricky to get when they're flying around. And this effect can stack, so the more targets are flying around, the better this gets. And there's also this small chance to spawn flak around the airborne targets as well. Again, all helping you with these guys that are flying around, because it's quite tricky to get them sometimes. So yeah, a little bit of a perk to that. Unfortunately though, if you're not in an area with people flying around or stuff like that, then it's pretty useless and not very good to use really. So yeah, that's why it's at number 4. It's definitely a situational O2 kit, but if you've got one, remember you've got it, and use it appropriately. So at number 3, I've decided to choose the Oxidizer. Now this is a very good O2 kit. It provides a very bonus for being in a vacuum or in the atmosphere, so you get different perks for different things. But it's got a good ignite chance. Unfortunately, fire is not a very good thing in this game, apart from little rooms like this where you've got non-shielded human enemies, but there's not a lot more places like this in Borderlands pre-sequel, so unfortunately fire is pretty damn weak to a lot of people, especially shielded enemies. So there's that, but again, in situational, if you can get places like this with a lot of human enemies, it will be really good. You also get quite a lot of resistance to incendiary with it, which is good because there are quite a lot of people that use fire weapons, especially the human enemies as well, so that will help you from burning. It's also got a good amount of health regeneration as well. Health regen's always brilliant because obviously when you haven't got any skills in your skill tree equipped that give you health regen, you always be good to get it from something like an O2 kit where you can just run away, let your health regen, and then come back to the fight. So yeah, all in all, very good O2 kit, and that's why it's at number 3. So it was really difficult to pick between number 3 and number 2 because they're both very, very similar But I decided to choose the Moonlight Saga in the number 2 spot over the last one, purely because although the last one did have quite a lot of extra perks to it, you had the ignite chance, the health regen, stuff like that. I do like the fact that the Moonlight Saga has lifesteal on it as well. But just like the last one as well, this is situational, so you do get a different bonus for being in a vacuum or in the atmosphere. But I like how they've done this. If you're in a vacuum, normally there's a lot of enemies in there, things like that. You can go in and get the lifesteal part from it, so that's 3.1% lifesteal on this one. So every time you kill an enemy, you regenerate health, and then if you need to get away from it and get some health back, you run outside, get into the atmosphere, and your health will start regenerating as well. So I do like the fact that you can 2 ways to get back your health rather than the last one, which only had the one. That is why I've chosen the Moonlight Saga at number 2. So here we are then, at number 1 we have chosen the 3DD1.E, or Eddy as it's also known. So this thing is just absolutely brilliant. It definitely deserved the number 1 spot. You've got your 18,000 plus shield capacity. It's also got increased laser damage. Obviously lasers were new to this game, so a lot of people are using them, as you can see with me right now. You've got better control in the air as well, so you can maneuver around a lot better. That's 213% air control, which really handy. Big max slam damage. It also occasionally performs repairs on your shield and life support systems during combat. Again, very handy, you cannot complain that, and it does drop care packages as well, so little bits of health, money, ammo, stuff like that. All just absolutely very handy and helpful in the field of battle, so all in all, just a really helpful guy to have around. It also says experimental sentient AI module and very protective of its owner. Don't know if that does anything, or if that's just, you know, little bits of text just to make you like it even more, but I love it, so well deserved at the number 1 spot, the 3DD1.E. So there you go guys, that is another top 5 list here on Borderlands the Pre-Sequel. That was the top 5 best legendary O2 kits in the game. Pretty happy with that one. I'm glad I chose my number 1 as I did. I think that's a pretty solid list there, but of course I'd like to know what you guys think as well. If you change anything, if you add anything, what you want on your top 5 list, please be sure to let me know. And also, if you've got any more ideas for any top 5 guys you would like to see here on the Pre-Sequel, please let me know below in the comments. So thank you for watching another top 5 list here on Borderlands Pre-Sequel. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.